Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Alrighty, we are after the show, March 19th, 2018, ladies and gentlemen. Show you right after the show. You all right?
No, I was gonna say, man, post St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
You
yeah.
still hurting?
How
Oh my
you
gosh,
feeling?
I'm still kind of hurting, dog.
Well, you're not as bloated as you were at 5 this morning. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're looking a little bit
It's
better.
going down a little bit.
Yeah. Did you do a lot of drinking over the
Yeah,
weekend?
a lot of drinking, man.
I heard that.
So much drinking, so much green beer.
Can you put them down, or being into your little guy, do you get drunk faster, or?
Nah, I could take him down.
You'd be surprised.
got
I
a
know
high-
you can.
I got a high tolerance.
You know what? I
do?
would,
Very high tolerance.
yeah, I know he does.
Like, I must have had at least 50 beers this weekend.
That's crazy
Oh my
because
God.
you
Yeah,
couldn't
probably.
do 50 waters, huh?
Probably
That's
not.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's funny when he's drunk.
beers.
Oh, for sure.
He gets really angry when he's
At
drunk.
least.
Really though?
No, I get happy.
Don't they all?
Man,
Don't they all?
you know
Why
he
not?
was.
I can't put him up skate.
The
it
only
was St.
time I've
Patrick's
seen
Day.
him drunk was in Vegas, right? And we were watching, what fight was it? I don't remember.
I think it was the Mayweather fight.
The Mayweather fight, right? And he was already at the restaurant or whatever holding the table, and I got there a little bit late, but I told him, this is the time I'm gonna get there. So he was so mad when I got there. He's like, see? He's like, man, he's like, you bougie, you don't even want these seats. We're gonna give away these seats. I'm like, what are you talking about, Lou? Like, I'm not even saying anything.
Yeah, I was already hammered.
He was
Like
so
tequila
hammered.
shots.
Do you get it?
Lot of
Which
Coronas.
alcohol gets you angry?
It's tequila. I can't do tequila, bro.
Get you angry?
Yeah.
People say
I just
tequila
can't.
get them
Tequila,
gone,
yeah.
Jack.
It just
Yeah,
mind
it's-
erasure.
Which
Ooh,
one is
tequila.
yours that you can't do, Natalia? Do you have one?
I can't do Jaeger anymore. I used to be able to throw down some Jaeger. I really like
love it.
Jameson. I do like dark. I'll do vodka, champagne. I don't do beer, but nothing makes me angry. All of it just
Yeah.
makes me really happy. Champagne makes me super sleepy though.
Really though, which ones you can't do?
Tequila.
Really though?
Don't get me with
See, I
shots.
can't do tequila.
I can't do shots.
I can't do
No.
tequila. I can't
No?
do vodka. I can't do beer.
Oh,
I can't do.
what else can't you do? That's the
Cactus
whole list.
coolers, like you know what I'm
Cactus
saying?
coolers are so
I mean,
right.
California coolers, wine coolers,
Champagne.
beer, champagne.
Yeah, the
I
wine.
can't.
Just nothing.
I can't do them at all. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
better.
The one time when I did get drunk
What
years
happened?
ago, I got angry though.
What was it on?
Oh, you're angry
It was on
drunk.
everything. It was all the hip hop drinks. It was all the death row drinks, the
Okay.
LSA, the gin and
The
juice,
Hennessy.
like whatever they rapped about on death row.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
had to drink.
But you
You
were
know
like,
what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God.
Say it again.
You were like mixing
I was
them?
mixing it, man.
That's
my
crazy.
You would have thought I
gosh.
was Vic one. I was mixing, Jack.
That Alizé, I can't.
Take it.
Alizé.
I thought the
Wanted to
Alizé
go
was so
kill my
bomb.
neighbor.
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
Yeah,
That's all
man.
bad.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good that you don't drink then.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It brought out something in me that
Yeah,
I don't think people want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Some things just
saying?
don't mix
I be one of
together.
them dudes that'll get drunk one night and then catch a murder case.
Oh no.
And then when I get sober, be like, damn.
What I do?
Be
I
sitting
didn't
there with
even
like
mean it.
40 years, like, oh.
That's the one thing I'm glad about with drinking. Like I've
That I
never,
didn't get 40 years?
No, that
That
too.
didn't kill my neighbor?
No, that too. The fact that I've never blacked out. Like
How do you know?
Really?
Yeah.
No, because I
Never
could,
blacked out?
You've
No.
never blacked out?
No, I've
Wow.
never. Because
You're
I
doing it
Wow.
wrong.
I'm so proud of you. I wish I could say the
Well,
same
we know
thing.
what we got to do this weekend.
I've never,
Hell
because
yeah.
the thing is, when I get too far to a point, I just throw up and then fall asleep, and then I'm done. Like I won't get to the point where I end up like
That's it,
blacking
just
out and I
throw up.
still keep going. I
Have
just
you
throw
blacked
up.
out,
No,
Louis?
Yeah, of course I have.
He
Plenty
said,
of times.
yeah. He was like, why are you asking that
It's
stupid ass
scary,
question?
no?
It's so
A little
scary.
bit,
It's
yeah.
no, it's very scary. I'm very proud of you. That's like seriously, like we're laughing about it, but it's not.
When did you
It's
black
not
out?
funny. A lot of times, a long
Oh, a
time
lot
ago.
of time. Oh, okay.
Trying to
No,
downsize
I
it up.
have, and it's
One.
scary. Like the next day, like you really can't recall
never
parts of your
understand.
night. Like,
Why
wait
would
a
someone
minute.
continue to do something that produced such a bad reaction?
See, the thing
That's
is that
true, man. I don't know
Well,
why.
you
yeah,
know
I've
what?
always
Nah.
been with somebody that can take care of me, so it hasn't gotten to that point. But I've heard some really bad stories from other
But
people.
still, it's not about somebody else doing something to you.
Yeah.
I'm just
But-
wondering why, if it's scary and
That's why so many people
you
always
don't know
say
what you're
this is
doing.
my last time drinking, my last time
Yeah,
drinking.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
As soon as we
Right.
do, we're doing the same old thing
Yeah.
tonight. Tonight.
No, because when it comes to like shots, that's what I'm saying. It's not like that I purposely say, "Oh, I'm
Right.
gonna black out tonight."
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
Like,
the same thing with me and chicken wings. There's been times I'm like, man, no more.
But that's what I'm
I
saying.
find
Never
myself,
had
you know what I'm
chicken
saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I sit over here all holier than thou. You know, and I done blacked out behind a fucking breast in a chicken wing before. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
What happened? He ate too many.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving, no more, man.
We told them,
No
don't
more.
take that
You know,
last
as soon as I
wing.
clear, all right,
That's
just
hilarious.
another piece. Hell yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying with tequila. Like I need to not shots tequila. I get really excited, really happy, and I'm like another one.
See, I like to
and
drink.
then I'm just like,
I like little shots of tequila.
Goodbye.
Then I take the cup and I break it. Then oh no, that's Vicente
Oh.
Fernandez. I'm tripping. I'm thinking I'm Chente.
Oh, and then you start singing to the song.
Yeah, you know
Sing
what I'm
one
saying?
for
Oh,
us.
nah, you stop
Come
that.
on,
Nah.
do
You're not gonna
it.
get me into that.
No,
Stop
please,
it.
because you
No,
know
nah,
how.
I know
But
that.
it's after the show.
Please.
Say what now?
But it's after the show.
I know what it is. That's why I said we after the show, ladies. Remember I did the date and
Babe,
everything?
Yeah.
I just want to show everybody your talent.
Really though?
Please.
Oh, you can Google it. It's
No.
Big Boy Vicente Fernandez.
Do
You can go ahead
it.
and
Do
just-
it.
I was having
do
this
it,
conversation, man.
Peer
Do
pressure.
it.
Do
Do
it. Do
it.
it.
Do it. Do it. Hello.
Do
Help
it.
me out.
Do it.
Thanks,
Do
Natalia,
it.
Louis.
Do it.
I
What a
was
team.
nodding.
What a team. You guys are whack.
It's
Big, what
obvious
you
they-
did is
It's obvious they
epic,
all didn't
bro.
want me to do it because if they would all chime
Big, they
in, I
don't
would have did it.
appreciate it.
You
They don't
get it
appreciate
down.
it. They don't know.
Big, will you
Yeah.
But I do.
please sing for us?
Nah, when
Man,
y'all, I was
we're all
about to do it
ladies.
if y'all
All of a
all
sudden.
joined in on do it, but
Oh,
that's
we
All
said
right,
Here we
do
go.
it.
No, it's too late now.
Do it.
I can't even hear you. Your mic is off. Look at this. They're not even as loud as they used to be. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
We're back.
All right, what are we doing after the show?
Us.
What?
I was saying to
What?
sing for us.
Oh,
no.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Turn that down.
Sing, please.
Oh my God.
Are the live views
us.
going down?
Oh my
you just
God.
watching people in like a motherfucker. Look at this, boy. As soon as you start singing, people like, man, I'm out of here. All
don't know how to
righty.
sing, that's
All right,
why.
where we going after the show, ladies and gentlemen? What's
Oh,
happening, man?
I was bummed over the weekend. It's I know that people say sometimes when like celebrities break up, they're like, well, you don't even know him like that. Why should you care? Blah, blah, blah. But I am going to say this. I think that sometimes you just see a couple who you believe to be very in love and they talk about it all the time and you just want to root for them. You want to root for them as a couple. Like I root for you and Veronica all the time. Just like, damn, that's
do
awesome.
I.
That's a great marriage right there. That's something to look up to and to
You
hopefully
found out we were separated for like 3 months
that
already.
would make me so sad. That would make me
Gotta keep it going.
I'd be like, damn, I didn't even know. But yeah, Louis had put it in the group me on Friday, like put it all sad. And you right? That was you,
I
right?
couldn't believe it. Even when I saw the
Yeah.
news, I was like, is this fake or real? But yeah, Logic and his
Logic and
chick.
his wife Jessica,
His
they
wife.
broke up.
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy about that is like I told you I had a lot of conversations with Logic. Such a good guy, man.
Yeah,
And
super good guy.
I know that Logic and his queen, I know that they were very much in love.
Yeah.
So I'm just
They were.
wondering what happened.
I mean, like, sometimes you could say, oh, it was a long time coming and,
Right.
they things hadn't been working out for a long time. But even the beginning of the year, posts that they had put up, things that they've said, on Instagram, on captions, him putting her on his cover of his Bobby Tarantino mixtape 2 and just singing, rapping about her. Like, it seemed like everything was okay and that this was something that happened very all of a sudden. He did an interview with someone and I just remember going, oh, he's not wearing his wedding ring. That's weird because I'm pretty sure Logic has always worn a wedding ring, like I remember. And then, but I didn't think I didn't put anything
Right.
like two and two together.
And that's not where you'll go first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You would think like, oh, well, maybe he's doing an interview with that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
But-
he's getting cleaned or fixed or
Yeah.
something like that. And then that news had come out, but it was interesting to see the comments that people would leave on the Instagram, on each other of theirs, like their Instagram accounts. Some people it was like on Logic's it was like, what did you do? What did you mess up? Did you someone was even trying to say like that the fact that he had started smoking was like, oh, he's been smoking and acting weird. And it's like, you don't know him like that. I mean, like he has admitted that he does smoke weed now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's singing about it in his new mixtape.
And then people would go on hers and they were like, we're so sorry for you, whatever he did, it's going to be okay. But then on the flip side too, people like were questioning whether or not she was faithful to him because they're like, oh, look, all of a sudden now that she's getting more attention, she cheated. Like no one breaks up like that without there being a third party into it. And so, I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for them because they just seemed really in love and it seemed like they were just happy to be together. And
It got to be something big though. Like I'm
feel
thinking
like it.
cheating.
I'm wondering
man. It has to be
what?
cheating. I think, man.
But even the way that I felt like they were, I would think that they would even get past cheating. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like having a conversation
Gotcha.
I don't know what the hell it is. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna sit
what
here and assume either. But
Whatever it is, it seems that it's like a real situation, like something that's really going to happen and go through because the house was listed, so the house is being sold.
damn.
So that's what I'm saying.
They
Like
looked into
everything is
that one.
just so like
Damn.
abrupt that it's like it's got to be something big that happened that really hit this couple.
I just wish that people were a little bit nicer. Like Natalia said, I saw some of the comments that were being left on Jessica's, not so much on Logic's, but they were really going in on her like, oh, why aren't you supporting your husband and da-da-da-da, or like, you must have did this, you must have did that, you're a whore, you're this, you're that. It's like, yo, like, Bobby hasn't said what happened, neither has she,
true.
so why any of you saying anything of what's going on. And if you are a real Logic fan, you would know that they had real love for one another, that you should be respecting her still. You know, give them that privacy, give them that respect, and at least wait to see what happened before you jump and assume what happened.
Yeah.
Man, and just real quick, I also want to go in on this one, man. And I'm going to hit it and quit it. Now, there was a 16-year-old girl in Pennsylvania that was like missing for like 2 weeks, right?
I don't know the story.
And man, let me tell you, now they found her in Mexico.
Yep.
With like her friend's dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
16
years of
in
age.
Mexico.
This dude went and checked her out of school and took off with her to Mexico. And she was gone for 2 weeks. And of course, as the family, you're concerned. You're wondering what's going on. But then also, they knew that he was already kind of creepy anyway. Yeah. So they did kind of step and say, hey, you need to stop messing with her, whatever it may be. Yeah. But dude, like I don't even want to go on how sick this dude is and just the signs of him being a total piece of shit. But it's crazy how these are times when I say, man, I wish that they wouldn't arrest someone. Like if they would just deliver that person to the family. Yeah.
Right.
Like when my daughter gets 16 years of age, you know what I'm saying? And at 16, of course, we thought that we were adults and we knew more and so on and so forth. But as an adult, he knows. You know what I'm saying? At 45 years of age, you know that you're manipulating and you know that at 16 that someone isn't fully developed mentally, physically, everything.
Anything.
Now at 16, we thought we knew it all. At 16, though, and not to blame her, she probably thought, that it was like love, whatever it may be. But you as a 45-year-old married father of 4, you should have known better.
How do you not put it into your own perspective of I've got children? How would I feel?
Probably the same age. This is a friend of mine.
So crazy.
Daughter.
And this is what I don't understand. I wish that I feel like the consent age is different across the board in the United States. You'll find in Georgia, the age of consent is 17 or whatever it is. I wish the age was across the board in the same because I don't think a teen in Georgia is very different. Maturity-wise, it's the same as a teen in California. I don't understand why that's not something that's, 18, let's just do this all the way through.
And all the way through, he need to get his ass beat.
Yes, he
You
does.
know what I'm saying? Consensual, whatever it may be, laws, this, that, and the other, man. You need to just get your ass beat.
What do his kids think about this?
Man, come on now, man. 4 kids.
God.
That is
So
gross.
bad.
What's up, honey?
I was actually reading more about that story if we're talking about Kevin Esterly, because the girl is Amy Yoon, I believe.
Yeah,
so I was
Amy Yoon.
reading about his wife, Stacy, if that was her name, if I remember correctly. So they have 4 kids together. There's a GoFundMe that started. She said, I allowed Amy into my house because she doesn't have a dad. And he was like, I'll be like a father figure to her. And it got to the point where her kids asked, where's our dad? So he's out here playing dad, and the mom and Stacy found text messages. And Stacy, if that's her name again, the wife, he kept telling her yo, what are you doing? Stop texting this girl like that. She knew what was going on. The wife knew. So then he started
because that's why they were saying that relationship need to stop.
Disgusting.
The mom of Amy had went to their house and told him, stay away from my daughter. And then and I don't understand why he was able to check her out so many times with the school, over and over. They said at least 10 times he went to the school and would pull her out of school early.
I think he wrote that he was her stepdad or something. And how are the schools because my schools, they would have to have identification, see everything. It wouldn't let us go
my
that
kids'
easy.
school, you
Yeah,
damn
the
near got to
mom knew
give
what was
a
going on.
blood sample.
Yep.
To get my kids off campus. You know what I'm saying? I got to be like, hey, I'm her dad. Look at us.
So
you know what I'm
disgusting.
saying? All righty. Well, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here,
Let's
man.
go.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us after the show. Remember, all things Big Boy's Neighborhood is right there for you at RadioBigBoy.com. Log on, check us out. Make sure you subscribe to Big Boy TV as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. We gone.